When a Grand Theft Auto game leaks, people go to prison, studio stock prices plunge, and years of top secret work gets wiped out overnight. GTA isn't just another game launch. Every new release is one of the biggest entertainment events in gaming history. To Rockstar Games, a leaked screenshot isn't just an annoying spoiler, it's a multi-million-dollar disaster that can kill years of carefully planned hype in seconds. It all started with a few unfinished test clips in 2001, but over the next 25 years it escalated into stolen retail discs, self-inflicted source code leaks, and a 17-year-old armed with a hotel TV remote pulling off one of the biggest cyber heists in gaming history. Today we're breaking down the complete history of GTA leaks from Grand Theft Auto 3 all the way up to GTA 6, and how every single breach pushed Rockstar closer and closer to total lockdown. The first major GTA leak happened all the way back in 2001. Before Grand Theft Auto 3 came out, GTA wasn't the juggernaut it is today. The first two main games were flat top-down 2D titles, and a lot of people doubted Rockstar could actually pull off a fully 3D open world. Then, right before launch, raw development footage landed on a major fan site at the time. The leaked clips showed 3D cars driving around a very early Liberty City, alongside with basic crash mechanics. It looked very rough, but it proved two things. 3D GTA was real, and fans were so hungry for details that they'd hunt down raw test files just to see what was coming. But while fans were dissecting those early console clips, Rockstar was quietly trying to bring GTA 3 to handheld systems. A cancelled Game Boy Advance port that wouldn't resurface until preservationists unearthed it years later. And 23 years after release, when everyone assumed all of GTA 3's secrets were long gone, a 125-page archive of internal Rockstar documents surfaced online in December 2024. Tucked inside were flowcharts from 2001 showing that Rockstar had tested a browser-based top-down multiplayer game called GTA 3 Online. It turned out Rockstar was trying to build an open-world multiplayer more than 10 years before GTA Online actually became a reality. I honestly wish that actually came out and we played it, because that would have been so cool. But fast forwarding a few years, back when Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories launched on the PSP in 2005 and 2006, Rockstar kept tight control of their files. Neither game suffered a major public leak during its original marketing push. Instead, those secrets stayed buried until physical media collectors started digging through old hardware decades later. Between late 2024 and early 2025, early test builds hit the web, including a May 2005 version of Liberty City Stories packed with cut artwork, unfinished driving physics, and active developer test menus. But by 2008, people were hungry for details on Grand Theft Auto 4, which created a massive issue with physical discs. As Grand Theft Auto 4 was one of the most hyped games in history, Rockstar spent millions protecting the project. But once millions of copies started shipping to store shelves, the game was no longer entirely in Rockstar's hands. 5 days before launch, an Xbox 360 store disc was stolen. It was then converted into a digital file and posted to torrent sites. Suddenly, thousands of people were playing through Liberty City before release day. Take-Two went on an absolute warpath. They sent aggressive cease and desist to torrent hosts and teamed up directly with Microsoft to hand out permanent Xbox Live console bans. They'd even forced streaming sites like Justin TV, which is now known as Twitch, to manually scrub live broadcasts in real time. This marked one of the first mass takedown campaigns in streaming history. Yet as chaotic as that 2008 release was, the deepest GTA 4 leak sat forgotten on a piece of junk hardware for almost 20 years. In early 2026, a collector bought an old, broken Xbox 360 development kit at a UK yard sale for only £5. When he fixed up the hardware and extracted the hard drive, he realised what he was holding: an unfinished November 2007 test build of GTA 4 from 5 months before launch. It contained features cut from the final release, including an early passenger ferry system between islands, scrapped radio audio, and unused multiplayer code. When Rockstar dropped the first teaser trailer for GTA 5 in 2011, they kept the map top secret, so fans on GTA forums launched the Mapping Los Santos project to figure it out themselves. By analysing camera angles and matching real-world LA landmarks, measuring mountain shapes in 3D software across every single official screenshot and trailer, the community manually drew a map outline of San Andreas. But when an actual physical game map leaked from early retail collectors boxes 2 years later, people compared the two side by side, and the result results were absolutely insane. The fans had mapped out San Andreas with over 90% accuracy without ever setting foot inside Rockstar's offices. This is very similar to what we have with Grand Theft Auto 6. It's pretty cool to look at, so if you want to check it out yourself, there will be a link down in the description below. But while fans were busy mapping out San Andreas from trailer footage, Sony accidentally handed them the real thing. A month before release, digital pre-downloads went live on the European PlayStation Store earlier than planned. The main game was locked, but the audio files weren't encrypted properly. Data miners unpacked the files and pulled out radio tracks, character dialogue, and major ending spoilers. The blunder created a massive corporate rift. Sony had to issue an official public apology to Rockstar on the PlayStation blog, while Take-Two clamped down on early digital preloads for years afterwards. Imagine getting spoiled just before release about the ending to GTA 5. I would honestly be so pissed. But that's not where it ends for GTA 5. 10 years later, on Christmas Eve in 2023, development files and core code snippets for GTA 5 leaked online. Data miners uncovered cancelled single-player DLCs like Agent Trevor and Alien Invasion, alongside with leftover files pointing to scrapped internal work on Bully 2. Because the code exposed engine vulnerabilities, Rockstar was forced to rebuild parts of GTA Online's security, eventually integrating BattlEye anti-cheat into the PC version just to protect the game's codebase. This is probably why we received the expanded and enhanced version, to probably keep the game a bit more secure. Just when Rockstar thought the worst of the file leaks were behind them, a completely separate breach hit the studio. This time, the hackers didn't steal game code, they targeted Rockstar's highly guarded internal corporate databases, and they uncovered the ultimate holy grail, Rockstar's private financial spreadsheets. The leaked documents exposed the exact weekly player numbers and revenue tracking for both GTA Online and Red Dead Online, and the contrast was brutal. While GTA Online was pulling in nearly 10 million active users a week, Red Dead Online was struggling to even hit 1 million. But the real difference was the paying players. Every single week, 400,000 people were actively buying microtransactions in GTA, but in Red Dead, barely 15,000. According to the leaked sheet, GTA Online was raking in a staggering $9.5 million a week, which breaks down to over $1.3 million every single day. In fact, over 2 million of that weekly cash came purely from GTA Plus subscription alone. But the wildest part is, the hackers leaked these private financials to hurt Rockstar, but it completely backfired. When Wall Street saw the raw data and realized a decade-old game was making over $1 million a day in passive income, Take-Two stock instantly surged, adding over $1 billion to the company's market value in a single afternoon. And true to the form, Rockstar went completely radio silent. They ignored the press, refused to issue a statement, and didn't hand over any ransom money that the hackers wanted. At this point, Rockstar was fighting off hackers, data miners, and even Sony itself. But the most embarrassing leak in company history wasn't pulled off by an outsider. Rockstar did it to themselves. When Grand Theft Auto The Trilogy The Definitive Edition launched on PC in November 2021, Rockstar accidentally shipped the game with uncompiled main source code sitting directly inside public files. Data miners opened up the game and immediately found original development notes and internal comments written by Rockstar North staff from early 2000s. But it gets even worse. The files contained cut music tracks with expired licenses that Rockstar no longer had the legal rights to distribute. The legal and security panic was so immediate that Rockstar didn't just patch the game. They pulled the PC version from sale entirely and shut down the entire Rockstar Games launcher for over 72 hours, while their engineers frantically scrubbed the code. For 3 full days, millions of PC players couldn't even launch the game that they had legally bought. This was all because Rockstar accidentally leaked their own proprietary files to the world. But if pulling your own game off store shelves sounds wild, nothing in gaming history prepares you for what happened in September 18th, 2022. A hacker operating under the name TPOtuber Hacker posted 90 raw video clips, which was about 50 minutes of early test footage directly to GTA forums. It confirmed that GTA 6 was set in Vice City and revealed lead characters Lucia and Jason. It also showed off early mechanics and developer tools. Imagine spending 6 years making the most anticipated game on Earth only for millions of people to watch unfinished, glitchy test footage before you've even officially revealed the main characters. And when law enforcement finally tracked down the person behind the biggest cyber incident in gaming history, it wasn't some massive criminal hacker, he was just a 17-year-old kid from the UK. His name was Arion Coutage, I hope I'm saying that right, I might not be, but he was a member of the Lapsus hacker group. What's crazier is that he was already under police guard in a UK hotel room for prior hacks. He had pulled off the entire Rockstar breach using an Amazon Fire Stick, a hotel TV remote, and a mobile phone. But Rockstar did not go easy on him. He was later tried and sentenced to an indefinite hospital order in late 2023. And after spending millions on state-of-the-art cyber defense, how did the next leak happen? Just over a year later, a 13-second video showing Vice City's skyline appeared on TikTok. This was apparently recorded by a friend of a senior developer's kid. All that corporate security bypassed by someone taking a quick video on their phone. Before Rockstar had even officially released a trailer for GTA 6, something worse was about to happen. A low-quality watermarked copy of the official trailer appeared on X. Rather than fighting re-uploads, Rockstar surrendered gracefully, posting the full 4K trailer on YouTube 15 hours ahead of schedule with a simple tweet. Our trailer has been leaked, so please watch the real thing on YouTube. For the developers who spent years on the project, it was absolutely devastating. Staff vented on social media, explaining how a single clout chaser stole their chance to watch the premiere together as a team in the studio after years of hard work. Explaining how a single clout chaser stole their chance to watch the premiere together as a team in the studio. And the fallout didn't end with a court case or a social media post, it completely upended the daily lives of every single developer working at the studio. In early 2024, Rockstar issued a sweeping corporate mandate. Thousands of developers were ordered to pack up their home offices and return to physical studio desks 5 days a week. Why? Because after decades of breaches, the studio decided the only way to protect their work was to put every single employee under direct supervision. A decade of leaks didn't just impact stock prices and hype cycles, it ultimately reshaped corporate policy, forcing developers to uproot their working habits just to keep the next game behind lock and key. Rockstar spends years building up massive hype by keeping everything locked behind closed doors. But when a game is this big, keeping a secret becomes almost impossible. Whether it's a fan analyzing background pixels in a trailer, a hacker breaking into company chat rooms, or an accidental code oversight on launch day, Rockstar's biggest challenge isn't just making game, it's trying to maintain total control when the whole world is watching. And as history shows us, no matter how high Rockstar builds their walls, someone will always be willing to risk absolutely everything to see it first.